Hi there. I'm Brad Smith. I'm the designer of That Others May Live, and today I'm going to give you a short tutorial on aircraft movement. So if you want to follow along, the aircraft movement rules are on page 4 of the rulebook at the top here. Um, basically, you could think of the orbit box um, as a box that kind of surrounds the whole area. So surrounding all the outer zones. So some of these aircraft move a little differently. Let's talk about Sandies and helicopters and FACs. So Sandies, helicopters, and FACs all move the same way. They can move from the orbit box into any outer zone. So they can move from the orbit box to the north outer zone, or from the orbit box to the west outer zone, or south or east. Doesn't matter. Any outer zone is okay. They can move um, from an outer zone to the center zone, or from the center zone to an outer zone. And they can also move from an outer zone to the orbit box. So they can only move once per turn. So, on turn 1, for example, you could move Sandy 1 into the north outer zone. And then turn 2, your Sandy could move from north to the center. And from the center zone on turn 3 to the south zone. And then on turn 4, from the south zone back into the orbit box. And that's true of Sandies, helicopters, and FACs. Also, aircraft don't have to move. They can just stay wherever they are. There's no rule saying you have to move an aircraft. Fast movers, these fighter jets, they move a little differently. So basically, these fast movers always start off in the orbit box, and they always end up in an orbit box at the end of the turn, unless they're removed. A fast mover can move from the orbit box to any zone. So, for example, you can move a fast mover from the outer zone straight into the center zone on the same turn. But at the end of that turn, during the marker adjustment, when you get to step 7, you're going to return all fast movers on the map to the orbit box, as if they're on their enter side. If a fast mover is on its exit side, it's a little different. You're not just going to put it back in the orbit box. You're going to do step 6. You're going to remove any fast movers on their exit side from play. So this is just going to be taken and put back into your fast mover pool. And you could put it back in the pool on its enter side. It doesn't matter. I should note stacking restrictions. So each zone can only have a maximum of 4 aircraft at any one time. And also try to remember that you cannot have helicopters and fast movers in the same zone at any time. Just want to try to avoid possible collision there. And that's about it. That's all I want to talk about for aircraft movement. Thanks a lot.